Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the sheep. So welcome back, my lovely sheepy friends, or the goat if you prefer, my goatee friends. We'll just shuffle these up and we will see how you guys have been this week. Just going to move them around a little bit and give them a bit of shuffle. You might hear a bit of background noise. It's just outside the van. I'm on site, so you have to just bear with me and forgive me, and we'll try and get through it without paying it too much mind and letting it distract us from our reading. Let's see how we're doing, if I can even finish shuffling the cards, though I do this with my eyes closed, so you'll have to forgive me. I feel I am getting better. I do, considering I've been doing this for, 7 months now. You'd think at least I'd get a little bit better. So let's stop about there. Let's take that one from the bottom. Let's take this one from the middle. Let's take this one from the top. What have we got? Okay, 2 whites and a black. 2 positives though. That's a great start if you want to see it that way. I mean, to me, it's almost like the whites there are preparing you to move over into this black bit here, and that negativity is looming over you on the horizon. But white isn't always all right. Black isn't always an attack. It all depends on the compatibility as we flip them over. But what is for sure is that we are in a good place, and we could potentially be moving over into this negative space as we go. We're going to start off with a really good card for you here, which is the rabbit card. That's in your affinity triangle. So it's a very compatible card for you. It's also a catalyst card, which means things are shifting, things are changing. There is something right now that is moving in a different direction, moving away, moving towards you. Something is happening. There is a shift. But you're going to handle it well because it is a white rabbit after all, and that rabbit is again in your triangle. If you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button. We will be doing your affinity triangle in the future. That rabbit as well, of course, is change that comes in very quickly, and you can deal quite well with that because you're not going to pay much mind to something that is out of your control. So as it moves in, it's going to take effect, it's going to do what it needs to do, and you will willingly allow that to happen and just deal with it as it comes. Depending on what changes, depends on what what direction it pushes you in, you're just going to deal with it as it comes. And as a procrastinator anyway, and you're not necessarily going to run after a change or a shift or whatever this is as it comes in, because it's going to come in very quickly. So why would you be bothered with it? But what is for definite is that you are in a good place right now. I think communication is open as well. You've got some good communication lines right now. So you're being able to express yourself. You're being able to get things off your chest. You've been able to communicate well, and people are comprehending where you're coming from. You have a very good sort of energy that is around you at this moment in time. Very much the time to take advantage of that. If this shift is coming in, then do what you can in the background, behind the scenes, as it starts to take effect. And another catalyst card jumps in. We have got some big changes happening for you, and this one is the goat, the sheep. This is one that is very abrupt, very coming in and hitting hard, and it's going to be forceful. This change is going to be forceful. Yes, it's going to come in quick. Yes, it's going to be forceful, but again, you are going to be able to meet it on the field. You're going to be able to dig your heels in and say, hold up, I'm okay for the change to happen, but we're going to do it on these terms, or it's going to be done this way. You're going to dictate this one. You're in full control here, I feel, my lovely sheep friends, because these are 2 cards that you are naturally built to deal with. This is a phase of your life, your time, your right now, this week, this journey. This is the phase where you are in control, and these things are not going to phase you as much as they would other signs. They're very compatible with each other, and I think right now you are feeling quite confident. You're feeling quite free to express yourself and be open about things, hence the great lines of communication that are open, hence the whole, you know, people being able to understand exactly what you mean, and that is why it's being executed the way it is. Right now, if you are the leader of a team or the head of the family, everything is going to be going scarily well for you, I feel, and you're going to wonder why it's, you know, like suspiciously good right now. You'll be like, well, everything's fallen into order, and it's because people can understand and comprehend what it is you want to be done. You are seeing the fruits of your labor. You are seeing what happens when people understand the command or the instruction that you have given. And this is what happens, whether it's family, business, relationship, whatever. The lines of communication are open. Unfortunately, though, this could build up your expectations. This could make you feel like this is how it should be or could be all the time. And it doesn't necessarily work like that. It doesn't necessarily work like that. This is just a phase. This is just a shift. This is just pushing through. And it's a catalytic moment, so you can't stop it. There are changes in life that you can change, you can resist, you can, you know, avoid. There are changes that you don't have to be involved in. You don't have to take part in, but these catalysts are going to happen regardless. This is change that is going to happen. It is going to happen whether you like it or not. And I think you realize this as a sheep person, and that's why you don't fight change. It's why you may not necessarily like change. You may not like the change. It may make you feel uncomfortable. It may make you feel a bit awkward. You may miss how it used to be. You may want it to change back. But realistically, you're not going to fight it, because I think you respect that change is going to happen. You, after all, are a catalyst card yourself. You are a catalyst. You're not a card. You are a catalyst personality yourself. You're from the catalyst triangle, that triangle that sparks creativity, sparks imagination. You are that sort of fountain of change and moving into different areas and directions, and those who come to drink from that often find themselves moving off into places where that change has benefited them because of you and your influence. That rabbit and that goat card there next to each other are basically playing off each other, and that change is going to happen. And I think that you're okay with that to a degree, but I think your expectations are going to rise, and I think you could become undone in some ways, and there we have it. So the change is not going to be as great as we first predicted. That ox is your conflict card. That is your direct conflict, and it is coming in a negative space. So there's definitely something for you to think about. There's definitely conflicts that you're up against. There's definitely some kind of barrier, a wall. You've hit the glass ceiling. You're not moving forward. You've become stuck. After we started to shift and we were in such a good place and everything was going really, really well, something has come along and basically gone, hold up, that's enough of this. And it's where we have a failure of communication here. So we were communicating really, really well and everything was going really good. However, something or someone or somewhere along the line, communication has now been misinterpreted, or it will be. There will be a lack of communication or a failure to communicate with the right person in the right way, and this is going to lead to some kind of conflict. Big or small, there will be some kind of conflict here. The catalyst is going to draw that in. You can't avoid it. And of course, we're now moving into the time of the Mercury retrograde as well, so we can have loads of lovely fireworks to look forward to. But that change isn't something that you're going to resist or fight. It's change that you're going to respect and try and go with the flow with. It's that ox that's coming in now that is trying to, I don't know, hinder negotiations, hinder communication. There's a full stop there, and potentially there's something to think about here. You need to think about something. Maybe it's the tone of voice you use with a particular person. Maybe it's the way you address something that you need to address. Maybe it's the way that you are presenting yourself in a certain circumstance, but there's definitely something you need to think about to avoid this conflict. However, I wouldn't get your hopes up that you can even avoid this conflict, because this is coming off the back of a catalytic moment. This is bound to happen either way. Your job right now is to basically face it as gracefully as you can. And we'll see how you get on with that, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the sheep. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow, or potentially thereabouts, because it hasn't always worked out that way. But my next video, let's put it that way, will be for the monkey and the rooster. So if you know somebody born in the monkey or the rooster, or you're just interested, I will see you over there when I come back. It's best to hit the subscribe button, then you won't miss out. If not, I'll just see you next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.